right now on 5 on Your Side at 10.
High-tech training for police officers.
I've seen drones as a really big way of being help with that situational awareness.
A look at the drones joining the force.
The heat is building. Triple-digit heat indices return to the area this weekend. How long that sultry weather is expected to last.
Our top story tonight, two couples robbed at gunpoint just hours apart near downtown St. Louis.
I think it's horrible. I think it's scary, and I don't think that anybody should have to worry about that.
Tonight, police are still looking for the robbers in both of those crimes. Good evening, everyone. I'm Kelly Jackson. The holdups happened in the past 24 hours in the downtown West area near popular Washington Avenue.
Investigators say around 5 Friday morning, a 44-year-old woman and a 45-year-old man were sitting in their car near 16th and Pine in the downtown West area. The couple told police out of the blue 3 men they'd never seen before approached them, announced a robbery, and pulled out guns. The robbers stole the woman's cell phone and quickly took off. Hours before, just a couple blocks away, a 32-year-old woman and a 31-year-old man told police shortly after 2 Thursday morning they were outside smoking in the parking lot of their home in the 1700 block of Washington Avenue. Within moments, the victim said 4 males pulled up in a black car. 3 of the guys wore masks. Police say all 4 hopped out of the car and whipped out guns. The couple said the robbers went through their pockets, stole their wallets, cell phone, and a car key, and then sped off.
I think it's horrible. I think it's scary, and I don't think that anybody should have to worry about that, especially where they reside.
Kelly King has lived in the downtown West area for 3 years.
I mean, a lot of people come down here. There's hotels down here, and so a lot of people are, vacationers, and that's sad. That's really sad.
Police say the victims in both crimes were not hurt. Investigators are still trying to figure out if the same guys committed both armed robberies.
It is shocking, especially because it happens right outside my doors.
Madison Patrick just moved into a loft building on Washington Avenue a month ago. She says overnight, burglars entered the unlocked gate and broke into at least 4 cars, including her boyfriend's. Thieves shattered the rear window on his car.
Since we just moved, we have some boxes and stuff, so we have to recount, but for sure I know a fishing bowl was stolen.
At this point, just exasperation. At a certain point, you just get burnt out about it.
Now, according to 5 on Your Side data, so far this year, there have been 29 shootings downtown, 2 of those homicides, 19 shootings in the downtown West area, 5 of those homicides. Now, if you know anything about the latest armed robberies that happened out here in this area, call St. Louis Police. Live in the downtown West area, Robert Townsend, 5 on Your Side.
A woman was found shot in her car this afternoon outside a North County post office. St. Louis County Police tell us the victim was going south on Dunklin Drive when someone in another car opened fire. Police found the victim on Dunn and Lilac Road. She was taken to the hospital and is expected to be okay. If you know anything about this shooting, you're asked to call police or you can call Crime Stoppers, 866-371-TIPS. You will remain anonymous. A woman is facing murder charges after a deadly shooting in Cahokia Heights Wednesday. The major case squad was deployed to Maple Tree Lane after police found a 68-year-old man had been shot to death in his home. Veronica Turley was taken into custody and charged today with 1 count of first-degree murder. She's being held at the St. Clair County Jail. Expect a hot and humid weekend, and some spotty showers aren't out of the question either. Chief Meteorologist Scott Connell here with our weather impact forecast.
Yeah, the weather is going to have an impact for us this weekend as we heat up. The showers and thunderstorms that popped up this afternoon, very isolated, but we did have that flash flood warning. Eastern portions of Washington County in Illinois, east of Nashville, east of the Washington County Fair, they have all died. Everything has diminished, but there is still some unsettled weather out to our west. We're trying to make that transition back to a hot pattern. Yes, it was hot today. It's going to get hotter into this weekend, and that transition gives us the spot rain chances into Saturday. Otherwise, it's mainly dry, and the heat really builds Sunday into Monday. So that has a weather impact because we get the heat, we get the humidity together. That makes for dangerous heat. heat with the heat index values from 100 to 105 degrees. We'll really realize that come Monday. We think that's going to be the worst of it. So drink plenty of water. That's what you can do. Limit your physical activity outside. Use that air conditioning and make sure you're seeing your neighbors, grandma, grandpa, make sure they're using the air conditioning or at least able to spend some time in air conditioning. Stay out of the sun and don't forget your kids and pets. We want to keep them safe and out of cars, especially with this kind of heat that's going to be bearing down on us. We'll see you in a few minutes, Kelly.
All right, Scott. New tonight, a crime-fighting tool created by a former St. Louis police officer. It involves drones and using artificial intelligence to solve crime and keep you safe. 5 on your side's Brent Solomon is here to explain how that former police officer hopes it makes a difference in his own hometown.
You know, Kelly, as local police battle shortages and ongoing crime, that former officer is taking a step back from his profession in order to help his profession. And he believes his solution is the wave of the future.
Especially downtown, we've had a lot of issues with, big, large groups at night at, 2 o'clock in the morning.
It's why former police officer Christian Johnson has a plan.
These are the controllers right here.
Train police officers and other first responders on how to use drones, offering a high-flying extra set of eyes to do the job.
This is really good for like night flying when officers are looking for suspects.
That's not all.
Firefighters who need to have an overhead vision of fires.
He created the company Respond AI, training off-duty first responders who want to gain extra skills to make them more valuable for their respective agencies.
You even see who's approaching that's not in your line of sight.
Exactly.
He remembers fighting crime and wishing he had a tool like this.
And we're looking for a suspect that's armed in a field and we don't have eyes on them.
There's another aspect of his company.
This is actually homicides from the past month.
He created this crime analysis software called Metis
to understand crime trends, be able to predict where crime will happen next.
It incorporates artificial intelligence.
Can you tell me about this location?
Watch how it responds.
The city played a critical role during the westward expansion.
Johnson considers the technology a game changer to take keeping the public safe to higher heights.
Integrating things like drones, smart body cameras, more information about the location, that is really the future, a smart future.
So far, Respond AI has trained about 50 first responders. The goal is to help them get FAA certified. The company is now reaching out to entire agencies to help them establish or strengthen their drone programs.
Thanks, Brent. Today, the Missouri Supreme Court overruled a motion to vacate the murder conviction of Marcellus Williams. Williams has spent 24 years on death row for the murder of former Post-Dispatch reporter Felicia Gale. St. Louis County prosecuting attorney Wesley Bell filed a motion in January to overturn Williams' conviction, saying there is no DNA evidence linking him to the crime. Bell released a statement today saying, quote, "Our focus is on the motion we filed before the 21st Judicial Circuit and the effort to have our concerns about the conviction of Mr. Williams heard in court," end quote. Williams' execution date is scheduled for late September. Today, Alderman Rasheen Aldridge sponsored a bill that would remember Michael Brown with a downtown street named in his honor. Board Bill 69 would affect a portion of Tucker Road between Clark Avenue and Market Street, right by City Hall. That section of road would be renamed to Michael O.D. Brown Way. The bill comes as we approach the 10-year anniversary of Michael Brown's death. At least 60% of registered voters living on that street and business owners operating there would need to sign a petition in support of the name for the bill to pass.
Staying in the race.
You, the voters, you decided, no one else, and I'm not going anywhere.
How the Biden campaign is staying firm over candidacy concerns.
Your motion to dismiss with prejudice is granted.
Case dismissed. Why Alec Baldwin is walking free tonight. Summertime safety. We verify claims that'll help make your next trip to the pool a safer one.
The worst of this next heat wave arrives by the end of the weekend. The impacts on your weekend plans and how long the toasty temperatures stick around.